Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's a current time of 2:09 p.m. on Eastern Time on Jan 12 on Friday. Hope you guys have a good week so far and happy Friday. With respect to the overall market right now, we are consolidating on a sideways fashion, with Ethereum reaching a point of approximating $2,750, which is the technical resistance level that I've identified on the chart so far. And obviously we did not get there, and we got to a level of $2,717, which subsequently sell off as you get rejection from the top. And the guidance right now is like, where do we see us going, right? Obviously, the green candle is really driven by the approval from the SEC on the Bitcoin ETF news that came out yesterday, earlier this week. And with respect to the overall market right now, we are experiencing a post-mortem effect, with some level of correction driving more prominently on the Bitcoin side, which will also dive into the technical to see where do we see ourselves going, right? But let's just dive in firstly on the Ethereum side, and then the Bitcoin side, and subsequently we could talk about the equity market side as well. So with respect, again, on recording time of 2:10 p.m. on Eastern Time. Right now, you can see that on a high level, very extended at the 68 out of 70, large separation with the MACD on a daily. So I would give this a red sign out of the color coding system, the green, yellow, and red. Red would be not ideal. So I would say daily is definitely looking alarming in terms of how extended we are, and getting at the level that we are right now is not ideal. Secondly, with respect to the week front, you can see that we're also at the 72 out of 70. Obviously, the green candle is fully prominently shown on a level of extension. We are clearly getting rejected again, and also on the MACD we're quite separated, so this is also a red sign of the color coding system, but this is even deeper red in comparisons to the daily, so this is also a negative signal. The monthly, right, you could see that we are also equivalently extended, right? So with the 61 out of 70, obviously the elevation just made this even more dramatic, right? And also on the wrong side of the spectrum, we are at the wrong cross section right now. You can see that we cross up, form this golden cross, and right now it's looks like we're plateauing a little bit. So I would say in terms of the elevation, do we see like $3,000? I would say per our videos that we've been discussing so far, it will be relatively slim, right? But because obviously we ran up to the level that we did, yesterday was a macro driven catalyst that obviously drove the whole market to go up. And for ones that were paying attention to the technical below, as we got to a certain level of extensions of risk profile, it was obviously logical to be taking things off the table, which now we sold off by about $150 so far, right? On the Bitcoin side of the equation, we have definitely sold down quite some pretty large amount, I would say, right? We reach all the way to basically 49,000, but 49,000 is not a level. 50,500 is a level, right? And take a look at on the spectrum. Daily is definitely cooled down a lot, but we are unfortunately going to sell off even further with this death cross that's being formed right now, and you are seeing that we're bouncing at the 43 right now. And this looks quite fishy, right? With green candle, subsequently some consolidation, a big whale dumped. Seems like with respect to the the Twitter news on the jerking effect on obviously with respect to the SEC news that happened on Twitter, that was a false news. It definitely was some level of market manipulations that is hard to kind of verify, knowing the fact that it was coming from the SEC. But the ones that were, that curated that that level of scam, it was definitely fishy activity, right? You basically gain 7%, and then as you hold on to the market because you're the market whale, you dumped, and a lot of people lost a lot of money doing that. This is a spread of, basically $6,000 of a spread, which is significant. On a weekly, also quite extended at the 71 out of 70, large separation, right? No good. So daily is looking like it's still progressing, so it's a red sign. Weekly is a burgundy red, which is we're still deep red. And on the monthlies, also in the red territory at the 63 out of 70, so quite extended. definitely gonna see some more sell-off coming. So red across the spectrum. SPY front, we are trying to get all-time high again. Daily, we are just holding on by a thread, right? Try to sustain. It seems like we're on the right side of the spectrum, but we are a little bit extended at 66 out of 70, so not ideal to be getting in at the level that we're at right now. And also on the weekly, you also are just like, you know, being impatient and also being stubborn at the moment right now. You are just going to go back up at the 71, but get rejected again. So we're touching all-time high all over again, but it seems like we're getting multiple rejections, which is not a good sign. So also, this is a red one. And then on the monthly, we are at the 63 out of 70. So this is like an orange colorway, which also on the wrong side of the spectrum. So again, the guidance here is that we should see some more correction happening in Q1, which we're in the beginning of it right now. So definitely be aware of. Watch out for it. Be prepared and not surprised. The technical is definitely, you know, showing you know, a sentiment that is not the most ideal. So something to be aware of, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see further correction happening in the near future, and then see a reversal happening sometimes in, you know, as we transition to you know, mid to Q2 and Q3 in that transitional period. Okay, so I appreciate you for making time for us. Hope you have a good weekend, and let me know if you have any questions, and if you subscribe to our Patreon. And if you you know, book a coaching sessions with me on the Patreon, I'm happy to do so. And we can walk through your portfolio together and obviously look into this more in-depthly together, which I'm happy to do so. So appreciate you. Have a good day. I'll check you on the next one. Take care. Bye.